So I was quite befuddled earlier by a message. Someone basically asked me, how do I do it? Let's see. And I was really happy to actually not get hate mail for once in my life. That seems like everything in my inbox is just hate mail. So, props to you, Cali420, man. Anyway, this is the gameplay in question. He saw me post the score from this gameplay and hit me up immediately, said, how did you go so ham? And I really didn't do that well this gameplay, believe it or not. Right before this, I had I think it was 68 and 6 in Village. It was absolutely ridiculous, but I am nauseous about Village because I have posted nothing but Village recently, and you guys are probably going to poke your eyes out if you see Village again. I wouldn't blame you. I'm getting tired of that map myself. So this is a good new map, and my new subscriber that saw me put up the score, you get to see the gameplay that I got it in. So this is kind of a cool little reveal to the mystery of how I did so well. And the answer to your question, how do I do it? Man, I really don't know. It's very hard to explain. Some kids are really good at Call of Duty, some kids are really bad, and it's very hard to communicate between the two. If you're very good at Call of Duty, man, you don't really understand how to explain what you're doing to be good. And if you're very bad, same thing. You don't really know what you're doing wrong. You don't really know how to explain what your problem is and why you're not doing well. So I'm going to start a new channel up really soon. My roommate is a very average, mediocre Call of Duty player, and basically me and him are going to just we're going to go over one of his gameplays where he does, not necessarily bad, but maybe like, we'll say like 20 and 18, and I'm going to basically tutor him, and that way I get to see what it's like to not be great at Call of Duty, because all these tutorials in Call of Duty are really, really good kids absolutely raping and destroying a bad team, and you don't really learn anything like that, mostly because the team you are watching is absolutely dreadful, and the kid you are watching is absolutely amazing. So how is that going to help you guys improve? It's like watching, I don't know, Adrian Peterson go and play high school football kids, and then him explaining you how to be good in football. It's not going to help you. It's just going to be him raping. It's going to be him leaving a pile of dead bodies behind him. It's not going to help an average running back. So instead, I'm going to be the good player. My roommate's going to be the average/bad player, and I'm going to be watching him, seeing where he's struggling, and helping him out. And I think it's going to help out a lot of you guys that are like Cali420, just wondering how I do so well. And Call of Duty, I promise you, anyone can do well in Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of the few first-person shooters I can say that there is very little skill involved. It's all about being smart. It's all about decision making. And one thing I do very well, one thing I do every single game I play, is I start off very aggressively running in looking for kills, and then as those kill streaks loom, I tighten up the defenses. I get a little bit safer. I start playing smarter, and that's something. Those are decisions, and that survivability, that's not skill, that's just being smart. That's me making smart decisions. And I think that once anyone learns how to make those smart decisions, you can do well. No matter how bad you are, no matter how bad your setup is, you can start to do well. You just need to be in the right place at the right time, and you need to understand how to survive certain situations, and you need to understand when you should rush and when you should hide, and you always want to be behind cover. It's all intelligence quota. I promise you, Call of Duty takes no skill. It's not like Quake or Unreal Tournament where you actually have to be very good hand-eye coordination. It's just it's no skill involved. You just have to be smart. So I think that by kind of starting this Call of Duty tutor is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to start this new channel with my roommate. I think that's going to help a lot of you guys, because I don't do anything when I play. I don't understand what I'm doing so well. I know I put up good numbers. I know I put up ridiculous gameplays, but to me it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything hard or ridiculous. And when I watch the gameplay later on, it doesn't look like I'm doing anything hard or ridiculous. It's just me being in the right place at the right time, making smart decisions, and that is definitely something I can pass on to you guys as subscribers or random people clicking on my videos. So that's my goal, and to do that, like I said, I'm gonna have to bring in someone that's not so good. We're gonna have to watch some bad gameplays, and I'm gonna have to just critique. You know, here's where you screwed up. You need to change this. You should have done this. You should have waited. You should have rushed. And I think that that's gonna really help out everyone that is like Callie, that just doesn't really understand how I do well. And like I said, I don't understand how I do well. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I do so well constantly in this game. And the only explanation is that it's decision making, because if skill was involved, I do really good sometimes and I do just okay other times. But with good decision making, no matter how good the team we're playing is, no matter what the score is, I will always put up good gameplays. And like I said, this gameplay I'm putting up right now, this would be ridiculous for a lot of people. This wasn't even the best game of tonight for me. This was the second best game. I believe I go 62 and 8, and like I said in Village earlier, I went like 60 plus and 6. So it's all about decision making, baby. I promise you, if you guys watch my videos, if you pay attention, if you guys watch this new channel, even the most obsolete person in Call of Duty can become great. It's just all about smart decision making, and to some extent your internet connection and your setup. Like I play on a computer monitor, that helps a lot. So 62 and 8. Keep an eye out for my new channel, my new series, Call of Duty Tutor.